Evening. Oh, excuse me. Good evening, guys. Without any further ado, let's just look into the charts. Let's see what have happened. I have a little special treat with regarding to platinum at the end of the video, where I will show you some very interesting ratios. You can see them on Twitter as well. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Gold to silver ratio, easy peasy. Having a big down day today, silver outperforming heavily, and not much to add if you have watched my videos. We are getting I think we'll do this round trip here and then we will finally drop below the golden trend line, coming across here all the way up, right? I think we'll do this round trip here until proven otherwise. So yeah, no further details. Silver, actually, if you can follow me here, this is the silver squeeze high. We have the high here, the cluster here. And what happened today is actually quite interesting, to be fair, because we had a breakdown and then a reversal back above again, the golden trend line here. Um, So that's quite nice to be honest, but I would like to see a break of this golden small formation here to the upside. Then I think we have a decent amount of upside to come in the short term. So silver looking okay-ish. What's not looking good is actually oil. Still, after we broke this lower golden trend line here, it has been a one-way trip. And I think we'll go all the way down here to these lows at around 64-ish, more or less, before we can start to look at what happens at that point. So 64 is my view right now. So yeah, URA, uranium. Good day for uranium, no doubt about it. But as I mentioned on Twitter, I will not turn bullish until we get above this red resistance right here at these highs here at around 21. But now very good, very constructive to be honest. Again, as you can see, we broke down from this bear flag, getting back in. So far, so good. But then again, we need to negate the bear flag. But this is a nice, it's a good start, I guess. But I'm not celebrating anything yet. I know many people are on Twitter, but but to me, it's still, we can easily just roll over like this. But this is good. This could be a false breakdown. And there are some people short here that needs to cover, or has covered anyways. So yeah, it's a good start for uranium. I love it. I like it. This is URA over divided by overall commodities. As you can see today, a big day up here at these two golden trend lines coming down. You can see a big day here, and we really need to take out these highs at the red before we can start to say, okay, uranium is finally outperforming overall commodities, which is a big win. But we need to break it first. Other than that, it's just nothing will happen. We came down to the red. That's not red. That's green. That's green. These lows here, as mentioned, I think we'll get a pop here or a bounce. We're getting a bounce again. Zooming out, Nasdaq clearly is still in control overall. Um, so yeah, there needs to be a lot more done before we can start to get interested, in this ratio. Copper still getting a bounce here, as you can see, at the support where it's holding. We have the golden trend line coming up here, and it's getting a bounce. Still, short term, we are bearish, obviously. When do I start to think that this could be a decent bottom here? We need to get above these pivot lows here at around 3.84. So let's check back when we either break to the downside or we break up here. So until then, I will not have the copper in this daily recap. Quickly, Baltic Dry Index getting, Jesus Christ, sorry guys, getting smashed again today. Nothing good in my view. If you can buy the lows here, by all means, it's a great entry. But we still have some way to go. We have like 20% or so. Shipping getting wrecked again after we broke this uh, big golden trend line here. And then we actually started to form a bullish wedge, but we have just broken it to the downside. So I suspect we'll go down to 26.3 more or less before we see a bounce. So shipping looking not very good. Nvidia, everyone is talking about Nvidia, But I said, as you know, I think this gap up here is when you are going to sell. That's still my take on it. I think the downside right now is a lot higher compared to the upside. It could be, in a year or two that we will be higher, no doubt about it. But in the short term, to me, this is a sell, right? Oops, excuse me. We had the bearish wedge here, and then we had surprise earnings, very good. AI, all that good stuff. And then all these shorts that have been accumulated here needed to cover. Um, so yeah, I still think we will somehow get down to this high here, getting getting a bounce, then we will close the gap in my view, and then we will roll over. It sounds a bit harsh, but that's still my take until proven otherwise. So yeah, Palantir, which is actually quite heavy into AI as well. Mentioned, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I'm looking for an entry. We have a big run up here. You never buy this late in a move, in my view. Heavily overbought, almost 85. So yeah, we're looking for an entry. So what we will see hopefully is some sort of pullback. And depending on how the formation will be, it will be a bull flag or will we do a full retest, then we will be a buyer. But for now, we are just staying out, observing, waiting for an entry. If we get it, we buy. Bitcoin, bitty Bitcoin. Getting a big down day today. This neckline is still very valid. We had a quick peak above, but just only to roll over again. So yeah, the neckline and the target here at around 23,000 is still very much in play. Um, and the big level is obviously 25.3K. So yeah, Bitcoin doing nothing for this period of time. Again, URNM, still, it's the same as URA, but it's 100% pure play uranium miners. Getting a bounce here at the lower trend line, which we talked about yesterday. We needed to see a big bounce, and we did. That's good. We're back into the bear flag. That's also good. We have some shorts that are trapped here. Obviously, we're still not out of the woods yet, but if we can start to get some big green days here, just really starting to smash it, very good. But for now, it's still just a bounce at the important lower golden trend line. So the bears, in my view, are still in control, and we need some further upside before we can really say that we have a chance. And the level to look for is again the pivot low here. You can see the lows, the highs. So if we can get above 32.7-ish, then I will start to smile a bit because then I think we could be in for a big move to the upside. GDX, wanted to show it here. We are just back testing here again. The neckline was broken. It didn't hold, obviously. And now we're just testing this golden trend line coming down here. It would be a nice place to bottom out, actually, hopefully. But let's see if we can gain some momentum to the upside. But for now, we're getting a bounce, which is good, confirming that people are watching this line. But again, this move here could be an ABC, hopefully. Oh, excuse me. Then we move higher. But then again, if we break below, obviously, yeah, not good, right? And we need to go all the way down here to like 23. Sorry, 31. Okay, that was the charts that I had picked out for today. But let me show you something here. Platinum group metals. I posted this one on Twitter as well. I just want to show you how nicely set up right now platinum is compared to other commodities and so on. So here you have Bitcoin. This is a 5-year chart going back, and you can clearly see the downtrend here. So what do you think would happen when we break to the upside here? Platinum will start to heavily outperform Bitcoin. That's very nice. Look at platinum against oil. Right. Oh, Jesus. Right here. Still, again, we have the neckline. We could add a line here. Let's make it red, right? Again, it's a big inverted head and shoulders. We had it here as well. And I think, platinum could, if we can break these two, the blue and the red, could start to outperform oil again. Will we see a spike like this? No, obviously. But again, against oil, looking mighty fine. Platinum against palladium. Let me show you something amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is on a log scale. Look at this. I want to show you, in my view, a fractal of what happened just before platinum started to outperform palladium, which actually kickstarted the bull market back in 2000, uh, in the early 2000s. You can see here we have the uh, that's not red, white um, support and resistance line here, and the golden trend line coming down. Same here, and as you can see, if this is the same, this shows that platinum is outperforming palladium, and palladium actually tracks the Nasdaq very much. So this could also be a tell that platinum is outperforming the Nasdaq here in the near future, the next few years. So this to me are the same until proven otherwise. I mean, this looks amazing, right? So after the breakout here, we went on a 10-year, roughly, yeah, the gold peaked in 11, so a 10-year commodities bull market upon this breakout. Just amazing. Look at this one right here, platinum to silver. As you know, we need to get above the 50 line here. But again, if we can, then we have broken a major wedge pattern here. It's a 40-year long wedge. If we can get to the upside here, absolutely amazing for platinum against the silver. Platinum against gold. Again, we have this long wedge here going back 15 years. We might break to the upside again. Platinum against SPX. I think this needs to be log scaled. Yes, it does. Look at this one here. Actually, I want to show you this because to me, when I see these things, it's just I'm getting. I just love TA, man. I really do. This is back like 50 years ago. We had this big head and shoulders, the neckline, as you can see across there, the breakdown, and actually it took, as you can see, 30 years before we made the target. An 84% drop from the neckline down. It took us 30 years to reach it. And where are we right now? In a squeeze, in a bullish wedge here, same as here. And if we break to the upside here, then platinum is outperforming SPX, and then gold and silver and all that good stuff will follow again, because this right now, right here, was the dot-com bubble, as you can see. So the setup for platinum is just absolutely stunning in my view. And then let's take the last one here, platinum against the Nasdaq. What's happening here? Oh, yes, I need to go back like that. Look at this one here, in my view. As you can see, looking back, what is it, 30 years, the Nasdaq has just absolutely crushed platinum in an outperformance. But right now, what I'm seeing could be we have what we call the lead in here, and then we have the line here, the red line coming across, which is it's not a neckline, but it is our horizontal line for the what could possibly be a double bottom here. So we could see a visit all the way up to this line here for a massive outperformance of platinum against the Nasdaq. I'm not going to hype it in any way because you know me. I try to read the charts, but this just looks really good if you can get the momentum going here for platinum against the Nasdaq. And as you know, platinum, if it takes off, then gold, silver, commodities, whatever you want to look at in that sector will follow suit. Um, so yeah, I really like I like these ratios here. You can find them on my Twitter page as well. So with all further ado, I will go to bed. Have an awesome days, guys, and hopefully, what is it tomorrow, Thursday? Hopefully, the next 2 trading days we can get some really good gains in URA and URNM, and then we'll have it there. I will do one more daily recap this week. I think it will be Friday. If we get a big day tomorrow in especially uranium, which I'm looking at right now, then I will be on. But other than that, have an awesome day, guys. Cheers.